guys, welcome back to another video with InfoSec Pat. We're just going to continue from the last video. We added the host to our vCenter server. Now what we're going to do is join our vCenter to our Active Directory domain. This is pretty cool, so we can authenticate, we can put users into a group, like an admin group in Active Directory that can manage our vCenter environment. So stay tuned for that. Always like, subscribe, share. Let's get into the video. All right. So, like you see on this little PowerPoint right here, what we're going to do is join the vCenter server to our Active Directory domain, InfoSec Pat in my case. We have our 2022 box, and then we have our VCSA 01 appliance. That's a part of our infosecpat.local.com. Oh my God, I forgot my domain, but I'll check that out in a second. But yeah, so we're going to be joining that to the domain, and let's get started. Let's actually check that. That might be my typo. infosecpat.local, okay. Yeah, .local. Sorry, not .com. So before we get started, what I did in my organizational unit here, I created a security group called VCSA admins. And say, for example, you have virtualization admins in your environment. What you can do is add all these admins to this group, and then we can apply this group into vCenter, which we're going to be doing shortly. So members, I just have InfoSec Pat, so we're going to log in as InfoSec Pat. So it's going to be InfoSec Pat / InfoSec Pat. But you know what? Let's also add Pat, just so we have two. We have me and my twin, okay? So now if we're in our vCenter environment, what we can do is hit menu here, and come down here and go to administration. So in administration, we have single sign-on. If we go to users and groups, we see the domain, we have local OS, and what we're logged in as right here, vsphere.local. So we can go to groups as well. We don't have that group yet, but we have that shortly. It's going to be a process, so stay tuned to the end, because we're going to have to do a couple tricks and reboots and all that stuff. So what we can do is go to configuration down here. We have identity sources, which we only have our 2 identity sources at the moment, and we have Active Directory domain. Right now, this node isn't joined to a domain. We can join AD. Our domain is going to be infosec pat.local, and then the organizational unit is optional. What you're going to do here, if you have an OU in your Active Directory, when you join this to your domain, this will automatically go to that OU. Okay, I'm going to skip that for now. It's just going to go directly to the computer's container. Anytime you join a computer or a node to your Active Directory domain, it goes into your computer's container. As we can see here, before we actually join that, if we see computers, there's nothing in here at the moment. We can refresh. There's nothing in here, right? So once we join that node to our infrastructure, into our Active Directory, we will see that here shortly, hopefully, if I know what I'm doing, right? So we're going to leave that optional, and this is going to be our domain admin. I'm just going to put administrator. We're not going to be going there. Ah, crap. Administrator. And then my password for my domain. So this is going to be your domain credentials, okay? Let's hit join. Let's see if we can join that computer to the domain. It says the node has joined successfully. This is awesome news. So we have to reboot for this to take effect, okay? So let's go ahead and go here. We're going to log into our vCenter management. If we go to summary, we can go to actions here up top, and we can reboot, okay? Let's go ahead and reboot. Yes. This is probably going to take 5 to 10 minutes. No joke. But let's go ahead and go here. Let's go log in. And let's log into my ESXi. Am I logging into the right one? Did I fat finger something? Going on here. I'm just rebooting the VCSA. Acknowledge. Let's go back here. That's fine. Let's see if we lost connection to 50. No, we can still ping it. Roots, my fancy password. Why can't I log into my ESXi? That's weird. Let's refresh this. So all we're doing is rebooting our VCSA. We didn't touch anything without ESXi host. So let's see if that was just a glitch. Yeah, I don't know. I guess with nested networking and nested virtualization, type 2s on type 2s and type 1s and type whatever. All right, so if we click on our VCSA here, double click this, we can see it's rebooting. So this might take literally like 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes to actually boot up, start the services and everything like that. So while that's doing that, we can sidetrack. I want to show you guys how to add some users, and we're going to go ahead and do that right now. So we have this OU, VMware, and then we have some admins, right? So how about we just go to our users IT lab, and we can go ahead and clone Patrick, or InfoSec Pat. We can copy him, and then we can just put, for an example, who's someone that's cool? I can do Jim. Jim is a part of my, so I want to put Jim. He's going to be a part of my Active Directory, and I want to give Jim his fancy password. Okay, I want to say do not change. Cool, and I want to make one more, and I want to do my favorite buddy Dion. Okay, I love you, Dion. So I want to put Dion because he loves virtualization. He loves VMware. He loves it all, right, Dion? If you watch this video, comment below, dude. I love you. All right, so let's go ahead and continue here, and let's put his fancy password. Okay. All right, so we have Dion, Jim, Pat, and InfoSec Pat, a part of my Active Directory. So now let's go to VMware. Now we have the security group that we made, but we only have, let's go members, oh, how did that get in there? I didn't even join that, but it's, because it's a part of the user's IT lab. So that's perfectly fine, okay? So members of, we can also go like this, and if you want to have a whole group, you can do, what is the name of that? Users, what is the name of that? Right here, VCSA admins, and you can hit OK, and then you can hit OK, and obviously it's not gonna, you can't add it to itself, but you know what I mean, like if you have a group that you want to add to this group, and you're gonna have groups on groups, okay, perfect. So we have all four of those users are part of the admins group, okay? So let's see, this is up, so let's try to log into our vCenter manager with root and my fancy password, see if I can log in. If I can log in, we should see the single sign-on service if it's running. Like I said, this can take several minutes. I'm not gonna lie, like, okay, let's see if it's, see how it says right here, unknown for the status? It's probably gonna take a few minutes to run, to start up those services, for everything to generate. If you have a really fast computer, you have a host that's really, really powerful. I'm just running this on my local laptop, so obviously I'm limited to what not limited, I am limited, but I'm saying like the speed of whatever I'm doing is not very fast. I'm not running this on a powerful server. I'm just obviously doing these videos to educate people on how to do these tasks in VMware, right? So I'm trying to build out this little mini course or whatever, mini playlist to whatever you guys need in order to be successful installing and configuring ESXi and vCenter, all right? So let's give this a few moments. Let's see if I can refresh this and see if this is running. I think I've been blabbering for about 5, 10, I don't even know how many minutes, 5 minutes. See if this says running. Nope, it's still not running. So let's see if our if this is up again, it's probably going to take, like I said, several minutes to log in. So what I made, I was going to cut the video short and resume when this is up, but it looks like it's going to start connecting. Let's see, refresh this again. Let's give that a moment. And if it doesn't resume in about 30 seconds, what I'll do is I'll stop it and then I'll resume, okay? Yeah, this still says status unknown. I'm gonna pause it, wait a few more minutes, and once it starts saying running, I want to resume, okay? Be back. All right, guys. Yeah, so now it's running, as you see here. That took about another 5 minutes. So now let's go ahead and go back to our vCenter. And if we go into, that's fun, set the green. So if we go back to AD, we can see that we have our box in here. We have our vCenter, a part of our Active Directory domain. Okay, so there's a few other steps that we have to do to get this configured so we can log in as InfoSec Pat or Jim or Dion, etc. So let's go ahead and go back to menu, administration, and when we come back down here by the single sign-on, if we go to configuration, we have identity sources. We only have these two at the moment. It doesn't have Active Directory yet. So if we hit add here, so we have Active Directory integrated Windows authentication, we can hit add. Now we have it here. All right, that is awesome. Now if we go to users and groups, go to domains. Let's go back here. It is here. Let's go to local groups. Why can't I? Configuration, it is here. Why can't I see that now? Add. Use this method. Okay. Let's just refresh my page. Maybe just gonna take a second. It's really strange. We should see it as an identity source. So let's go back to groups, users and groups. So domain. There we go. Sometimes you just have to refresh. So now we have everything that's located in our InfoSec Pat.local in my case. And if you come down, we see Jimbo here. We see InfoSec Pat, Dion. This is good. Okay. So now, technically, we can try to log in with one of them, right? So before we do that, let's go to roles. Let's go to access, roles. All right, let's cancel that. Who cares about that? So what we can do is global roles. We can add. You see how we have add button here? We can go ahead and add. We're going to go ahead and add InfoSec Pat, and the group is going to be VCSA admins right here. Okay, administrator. That's the role I want to give them. Hit OK. So we have that here. Perfect. So that should be it. So we have everyone that's in that group has global admin rights to our infrastructure. And let's see if there's any other configuration that needs to be done in here. Let's go to groups here. We should see let's see VCSA. All right, so this is fine. It's probably okay. We'll probably see it in here though. Let's see. Let's just refresh this again. See if we can see it. Sometimes with this, like I said. Let's see VCSA. Okay, that's no biggie. That's just I just wanted to see something. All right, so. But our main purpose of this video is joining this to the domain. And now we're going to try to go ahead and access this. So we're going to go ahead and log out. The moment of truth. We'll try to log in with our Active Directory user. So we're going to do InfoSec Pat / let's log in as Dion. Let's do Dion as the lucky pick. Let's log in. and see if we get lucky. Unable to because you don't have permissions to. Okay, back to login. Why doesn't he have permissions? Let's log back in. Let's see what's happened. Did I miss something? Maybe I did. Let's go back to the permissions and check and see. Let's double click on here. Edit. Oh, let's propagate this child. Let's propagate this. Sorry, let's do that. And I think that should be it. Configuration. Yeah, local accounts. It's not really local. Global permissions. So now let's see if we can log in as Dion. Let's log out. Sometimes it's just a little tedious things, and to be honest, I don't work with VMware every single day anymore. So excuse me if I stumble. So let's try to log in as Dion now. Sometimes those little tick boxes get you. So there you go. So now we're logged in as Dion at infosecpat.local, and that's it. Everything is good. So he can administer this. Now Dion, you're going to be a VMware expert. Okay? So yeah, that's pretty much it. That concludes this video. That's how you add your vCenter server, vCenter 7, to your Active Directory domain in Windows Server 2022. And you can do this whatever, 2019, 2016, 2012, etc. But let's stick up to the latest and greatest, 2022. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, share, and until next time, have a good one.